Good evening. Welcome to Stampin' All Day with Bev. It's Sunday, so it is my Sunday Night Live. How is everybody doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to start in 2 minutes. So I hope you are following me and you got your notice and that you will be here to enjoy tonight's live. I will be using, oh, I see people getting on. Hi, Viola. Queen Bee, the Queen Bee bundle. She's on page 26 of the new mini catalog. So if you want to see that set in your catalog, go to page 26. Hi, Marcia. Hi, Jean. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Diane. So I'm glad to see you getting on. If you are new here, let me know and please follow me. Hi, Debbie. I hope you had a nice 2 parties to go to. You went to today. I hope you had fun at both of them. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. I turned on my heater. I think I see Marcia Long. Hi, Bev. She says, hi, Bev. I turned on my heater a little too late. It's freezing in here. Oh my gosh. Hi, Louise. Hi, everybody. Some of you are saying, hello, Pam. We have 1 more minute. So I got a little bit of yard work done today. That's exciting. I haven't been out in the yard in a really long time other than just to walk it and see how things are doing out there. But today I actually got to do some raking. My husband says I'm crazy when he hears me say, I got to go. It's like I was lucky to go out there. He doesn't like yard work. Hi, Roseanne. And I do. I think I like being out there. I think it's, I don't know, it's just soothing. So it's 7 o'clock, so I'm going to stop talking about me. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Roseanne. And we're going to get started with this beautiful bundle. You're on your way home now. Okay, so watching me from the car. Okay, so let's turn you down and get started. I am going to tell you that this is I'm calling this a double stack card. I came up with this about a month ago, I think it was, for a class. And after the class was Friday, and so after all my students got to make their cards, then I told them that I was going to be sharing it on my live today. They've got written instructions, they got all the product, they ordered the bundle, they got all the embellishments and cardstocks and everything for coming to class. And then I told them I would do a live so they could watch me make it again in case they ever wanted to make it down the line and had forgotten how to do it. So that's what I'm going to do today. So let me turn you down and get you started. Hi, Irene. I know I missed some names, but they're flying by so fast I just couldn't catch them. Okay, thank you for telling me that. I accidentally hit that when I was turning everything around. You can hear me now, right? Let me know. Let me know that you can hear me. Can you hear me? Yes, okay, thank you so much. Okay. So I put all your names, if you placed an order with me, I put all your names in the wheel online and spun the wheel. And the winner of the Scenic Garden stamp set is Lynn Sari. Now, Lynn, I don't think has Facebook, so she won't be watching live, but she does live here in town. So before I head out on my little mini vacation Thursday. I will drop this off at her house. Congratulations, Lynn, and thank you for ordering from me. And then I have another card to give away. This is the card I made on my last live. You're so sweet, Carol. She's telling Lynn congratulations. That's very nice. Let's see who the winner is of this card. And so is Jean. You guys are also sweet. Hi, Roz. Sheila Leary. Sheila, you watch often. Thank you very much. This card is for you. I do not have your address, so you need to private message me your address, and I will get this off to you as soon as I get your address. Okay, like I said, this card is a Bev original. I haven't seen it done anywhere before, so hopefully you guys like it. Let me share the card with you before I do anything else. Here is the card. And why I call it the double stacked is because it's literally a card on a card. So you do use a whole sheet of cardstock, 2 different colors I'd used on this one. But I think it's so worth it. Hi, Annie. Thank you. I love this card so much. It's totally my style. I hope you like it too. Oh, good. I'm getting some hearts, so you guys do like it. It's not hard to do, and I thought it was very different. Never seen anything like it before, so I wanted to share it with you guys. Okay. So what you need is a little bit of vellum. My card base is Early Espresso. My double stack on top of that is Crumb Cake. So I'll have the card here so you can see as I mentioned that. For the bee, I embossed her with gold embossing powder on a scrap of white cardstock. I used some gold foil for her wings. And 2 pieces of layer size, which is 4 by 5 1/4 of cardstock for inside the card base, and inside the double stack on top. Okay, so take a quick glance at that again. Then I'm going to put it to the side, and I'm going to show you how I made this card. We're going to let's start with the cutting. It's already cut, but I'm going to show you how I cut it. So you can do it if you want. So this bundle is on page 26, right here, of the new mini. And it was designed by one of our $1 million Stampin' Up! Achievers, Laura Milligan, who I happen to know. She's a friend of mine. Hi, Debbie. And Laura and I have a lot of the same taste, a lot of similarities, and of course, when I saw this stamp set, I just fell in love with it. Everything she did, I absolutely love. She's an amazing, amazing stamper. Here is the stamp set, and here are the dies. There is the bundle item number and the page it's on. Okay, so you need your paper trimmer. I'm going to turn it sideways a little bit so it'll be all in camera. And then this is just a regular 8.5 by 5.5 size cardstock, so half a sheet of cardstock. And I've already folded it in half, but I have not used my bone folder on it yet. So let me do that. Okay, so this would be the front of your card normally. So I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to place it in my trimmer with the top of the score line in the track. Hi, Janina. And then the corner of the cardstock in the track. So I just have to swing this around a little bit till I have both the corner and the top of the score line in the cutting track. I'm going to use the dark blade, which is the cutting blade, and I'm simply going to cut a piece off like this. Then I have this separate piece, right? So I'm going to take the now think about working with the straight edges. We're going to take the straight edge and put it on 3 inches, and the other straight edge up across the top of the paper trimmer and cut off this piece here. Then we're going to work with the other straight edge, turn it at 3 again, and cut off this piece. And then we're going to go corner to corner again in the cutting channel, corner to corner. I like to start in the middle. Make sure I moved it a little bit. I felt myself move it, so I'm going back. And then cut up and down. And I'll have this piece here that fits right in the corner like that. No apologies needed. I'm just glad you're here, Bev. Really want all my followers to see this card, and I hope you love it as much as I do. So here is the top of the card. See there? That is the top of the card. So now I'm going to go get my cut and emboss machine and my folder, and I'm using the Beehive folder. And the Beehive folder is one you can earn for free right now during celebration with a $50 qualifying celebration order. It's an added item that they just added on. So if there is, if you've already earned everything you want from this celebration catalog, you can go to the flyer. If you need to see a flyer, let me know, and you can pick this Beehive as your free item if you don't already have it. So I'm going to get my cut and emboss machine, and I'm going to emboss these 2 crumb cake pieces. So this takes platform 1 and platform 4. Okay, so let's take our folder, and I'm going to open up my card. Let me see, make sure you can see. I'm going to open up my card, and I'm going to place it in the folder and get it tucked in as tightly as I can. Hi, Eva. So I can get most of the front of this card embossed with the Beehive. So it's tucked in there really tight. I also want this piece in there. So I'm just going to lay it where it would be normally if it wasn't cut off. And then we always remember put the closed part of our folder into our machine first. Lay number 4 on top and run it through. Okay, now I have this beautiful embossed paper. Look at that. So nice. I wanted to enhance that a little bit though. So I went to my blending brushes and my early Espresso ink. And I was teaching a class where you really want to put 1 or 2 of your fingers onto the head of the blending brush. Uh-oh, I saw a mad face. What are we mad at? Or was that an error? Hopefully that was an error. Okay, and I am going to start off the paper and then work my way across my crumb cake cardstock. Oops, okay, good. Like, oh, somebody's not happy. I want everybody happy. Okay, so look at the difference. See what a difference that makes? So look at the card again. See the embossing there? I mean the the blending of the brush in there. It's called sponging. Okay, so I'm going to do that again. Mad face was an error. Okay. Oh, hi, Loretta. So nice that you're here. Okay, so now I'm going to run across the edge again. I'm going to run across the bottom. And I always work in a circular motion. It's just easier that way for me. Now I don't want to get any of this sponging on the back of my card, so I am going to fold it up, start off the paper, and work myself on. Do you love this card so far? Good. Hi, Linda. So I was sponging and looking at whose name was coming up, so let me look back at my card and get this done. All right. So there we go. How pretty that is. You will need, I'm going to use that again right now. For your adhesives, you are going to need the foam adhesive strips. There is their item number. I find myself using these more and more and more. Really like them. All right, let's get to the one of the very vanilla pieces. And now I'm going to go out to the stamp set, and I'm going to get what I call the collage stamp. Out of the stamp set, it says garden, bee, flower, bloom, life, miracles, honey, gather, spring, and grow. And then it has a bunch of spreckles in there. Hi, Connie. I'm going to tap, and then I'm going to stamp from corner to corner, from top left to bottom right. And I'm going to move my stamp towards the right a little bit as I go. Nothing has to be lined up straight. This is just a little design that's going to add some interest in this card like this. See that? You don't have to worry about getting really, really close there. Hi, Zaina. Because the sprigs and the flowers are going to help close that channel just a little bit. Okay. So let me show you how I use the strips. So you're going to need your snips and the strips. So this one, you're going to put strips on all three sides. So I'm just pulling one piece off and laying it down. The ladies that came to class told me, one lady said this was her favorite card at class. The others said that they couldn't decide what their favorite was. They loved them all, and they all got an A+. They all did an excellent job on their cards. I was very proud of them all. Okay, when I have little pieces like this left over, I save them because there's times when you are going to need just a little bit of a strip. So instead of cutting another big one, we just use our little leftovers. I'm just adding our liquid glue to my layer inside. Zane, I can't see what you're saying. My camera's right in the way, but I'll read it later. Put that down, and now I'm going to put some of the strips along the cut and the bottom. We are not putting anything near the fold, okay? So let's put this down. I think you're saying you have to leave, Zaina, which is absolutely fine. You watch the replay when you have the time. I just appreciate you being here when you can. Okay, so now I'm going to pull the strips off, the protective paper. Once you pull that off, now you have an adhesive strip. And I'm just going to set that down. Same with the triangle. I kept trying to go for a walk all day today, and it just kept it would stop raining, so I was like, okay, I'm going to go for a walk now, and then it would start raining again. I got to pull this down closer to me so I can make sure I line it up straight. Sorry if I'm not in camera. There it's straight there, and there it's straight there. Okay, and there we go. Now, to cut down in some time, because when you look at this card, you will see that I did a lot of die cutting. I think this is a very special card for a very special occasion. Unless you like a lot of die cutting and you don't mind doing it at all, then this is a card for you. But you all know how to die cut, I believe. So I did the die cutting in advance. But if anybody needs to see die cutting, please, please, please let me know. So this stamp is in the stamp set. Right here. And I stamped it in garden green. And then remember how I said I'm going to make that channel a little bit narrower with these pieces? So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to add some glue right down the middle here. And if it's too long, I'm going to cut off the piece that overhangs. I don't want to cut off the top leaves, so I'm going to cut off the bottom stems. On these two, if they're too long, you can either do the same thing, cut off at top, or you can just have them overlap in the middle. So I'm going to put this one down first. This time I think I'm going to put some, hi Sandy, some glue right here. So what I'm showing you here is you can do it either way with the glue. And then I'm going to line that up on the corner there. If this sticks out too much, I will cut it off. But I think it's going to be fine because I think that's where I'm going to put my bee. Okay, this is going to need a little bit more glue here to stay down. Aren't they pretty, Marcia? Yes, I do. I love them too. I think they are gorgeous. Let me hold that a second. Okay, then I'm going to, oh, she's still not dry. Now I'm going to turn it over. Now I've got a little bit of glue on here, so I'm going to clean off my scissors right away so they aren't all sticky. All right, I embossed on white cardstock using Versamark ink. The big bee, hi Barbara, in the stamp set. Gold embossing powder. And my tray and the tools that come in the tray. But I think we all know how to emboss, so I felt comfortable doing that ahead of time. And I'm going to put this down. Now, before I put her down, remember the trick I've been showing you with the gold thread? Wrapping it around my fingers and adding, well, I did it to this card too. I've been doing it a lot lately. I did it to this card too with the gold threading. Okay, and I had mentioned to you guys that it also works with the linen thread. So I took linen thread and I wrapped it around my fingers 5 times this time because this is way thicker than the gold threading. And I think this is what really helps make this card special, is putting that behind her. Now, in the middle of the thread are simply mini glue dots. Let me get another one. And I'm going to place it right in the middle. And then I'm going to place this one at the top of her head, going at an angle where I can still see both of the loops, all of the loops. But this one's at the top of her and this one's at the bottom. And then I think for her, I'm going to take a dimensional and place that down. And then push her down right there like that. Now I put her down before I put the flowers down so I can place the flowers around her nicely. You emboss the whole, I embossed the whole bee. So I stamped her on white cardstock with Versamark, and then I put powder on it, embossed her with the heat tool, and then I cut her out with the dies. Then I cut out her separate wings with gold foil paper. I'm going to add a mini glue dot to that. Bend it and put it right over the heart that's in the middle of her body there. And set that on top. Okay, one last little thing for her. She's a fancy pants. So I went to the pastel adhesive back sequence. There is gold there. And I believe I took a big one. And my take your pick tool. And I set that right in the middle to finish that off. Now I want to tell you something about this stamp set. Let me show you with the stamps. There's a little flower right there, and there's a die that matches this flower. That flower was designed by Laura. If you don't want to use the heart for some reason, say you're using it for Valentine's Day, so you want the heart. You're using it for a wedding, so you want the heart. You're using it for a springy card, and you don't want the heart. This flower fits right over that heart perfectly. She did a really, really good job thinking of everything, this card. Okay, so next I used the Petal Park Builder Punch, and I only used the small flower on top. You weren't crazy about this set, and I've changed your mind. Oh, you know, that's not the first time I've heard that. It's, yeah, it's one that people either love or thought, I can pass on that one. But I've seen so many beautiful things with it. And because my name is Beverlee and my name starts with a B, I do a lot of bee things. Let me see, how many did I use on there? I think I used 5. So I'm cutting out 5 of the top little flowers. Jean also. Okay, yeah, and I think Debbie too. My friend Debbie, she thought this set was okay, but she didn't, wasn't one that stuck out to her. And so now people are thinking twice because it's, I think it's very, very elegant. All right, so the vellum is punched out with the punch. And now I'm taking my stylus tool and my piercing mat, and I am just going to press, but I'm not going to press really, really hard because you can punch a hole into the vellum if you press too hard, if you use all your muscle. But a light press makes the petals pop up and then form this cute little flower. See, on that one, I felt it pop through. It's okay, because I'm going to put pearls in the middle of them, so it's okay, but I'm trying not to poke holes if I can. Okay, so there we go. Thank you, Debbie. And then I'm going to just think about where I want to place those. I used the die in the set, and there's a large flower and a small flower, and I put them on my mini glue dots. I cut them all out in advance, put them on my mini glue dots, and now I'm going to just start to design where I want my purple flowers to be. So I put one right there, one here, One right here. Hey, Margaret, another down here. Just placing them where you think it's attractive to the eye. So there's 7 of these. And this color is Freesia, Fresh Freesia. Okay, so now I need more mini glue dots because I liked that, but I wanted 2 colors of flowers on this card, but it's such a soft, vintage, Victorian type of look. I didn't want a big, bold flower, so that's how I came to the decision to use vellum. I thought it would be very, very soft. You could still see the green in the foliage. It would be a great filler, but you wouldn't have the feeling of being crowded. One more. Right up there. Okay. What do you think so far? Now I'm going to go to my little pearls. And I'm going to stick them right in there. One of the ladies at class said, I think I limit the amount of pearls. I asked everybody to use 5 pearls, so to make sure everybody had enough pearls at class. But one lady said that she would like to add more gems to the flowers, and that is absolutely fine. Every card you make at my classes is yours. So when you get home, if you want to add or if you want to put the bee in a different spot, that's up to you. In fact, I like it because the variety that is shown with our different imaginations and ideas is just wonderful at classes. So I'm going to get that up close so you can see the pearls in there now. So this is just folded on itself, a full card, just folded on itself, that I plan to use as a layer piece right onto my early espresso card. So all I have to do is go back to my glue, flip this over, and set it on my card. Okay, now for the inside, we have one more piece of Very Vanilla. I thought Very Vanilla was very pretty with the crumb cake and the early espresso. So thank you. Went to Happy Birthday. This is going to be a birthday card. Stamp that there. The happy and the birthday are 2 different stamps in the set. I just put them on one block together so I could stamp it once and have it done. There's a beautiful, beautiful crown because it's called Queen Bee, right? And I'm going to stamp that right above the Y. And then I'm going to go back to my blending brush because we can't have all this sponging and Victorian look and then have a stark card, right? So look at the difference when you just blend in some color. Now remember, you can always add more, but you cannot take it away. So start off your cardstock and gradually work your way to the cardstock, across your paper. Stand back and look at it, and if you're happy, you're done. If you want more, you can add more. And then we can put this down. So if you've noticed, either my cards are very, very, very simple on the outside, and then there might be a wow on the inside, or there's a wow on the outside, and it's very simple on the inside. This one's very simple on the inside. There's another little bee. You definitely could stamp her there. In fact, I might do that and dress up the inside even more. Thank you, Eva. So while this card might look like it was difficult, it's not. The cutting is very straightforward. Think of this piece as a 3x3 piece, and then add it. The adhesive strips make all the difference because this is lifted and you see the channel underneath, which in person just, wow. That's just, I don't know, it's just, I think it's very, very pretty. I hope you guys do too. I see some hearts, so I think some of you are agreeing with me. You can change up the colors and work with it in any manner you wish. Her wings are floral, so like I said, up close in person, the floral here, all the flowers and the collage in the background, it's very pretty. The stamp set's gorgeous. Hi, Adelia. All right, any questions? I know I didn't give you a host code today. I forgot to print it out. I cannot tell a lie. If you need it, I will be putting it up on my Facebook page later. If you need it, you can get it there. Okay, you're welcome, Jean. You guys, thank you for coming. I will see you Tuesday at 2. We will continue on with this beautiful Queen Bee set. Bye-bye.